Hey fam, welcome back. In this video, we are going to be going through my entire face powder collection, and we're going to be doing a little declutter. It isn't anything ruthless. I buy all my own products. I don't receive PR, so I tend to like the products that I choose. However, there are definitely some in my collection that I can move along and may find themselves in a better home. So if you are interested in seeing my entire face powder collection and seeing which products I'm going to be passing along, go ahead and stay tuned. We're going to get into it right now. Today we are going to be going over all of my setting powders, pressed powders, foundation powders, etc. I've been doing this little collection series on my channel to share with you guys all of the products in my collection, as well as to refamiliarize myself with what I have. Another thing I've been finding helpful about doing this series is that it's having me come to terms with my actual makeup inventory, with actual numbers, facts, and figures, and it's been very helpful for me to avoid purchasing in some of these categories. Y'all, I have not bought a new foundation in a minute now, which is a huge step for me. So this looks like a ton of products, and it is. Some of these products are not powders, they are loose highlighters, so we will not be going over those today. They will be in my highlighter video. But what I basically want to do with today's video is to talk with you guys about some of the products in my collection, as well as to see what all is here. And I also want to be moving a few products out of my collection. I believe our next BoxyCharm, I'm supposed to be receiving the Fenty setting powder. I actually have that here in the small form, but there's no more room for anything in this drawer. And so I do want to move on a few products today, maybe find other homes for some of these things, because my powder drawer was not one of my fullest drawers. So sometimes I would find myself storing additional products in the powder drawer that weren't really powder, didn't really belong there. So anyway, I just want to go over everything with you guys today. I hope this video is helpful. I'm hoping to definitely move a few products out of my collection. Not a lot, but enough that I can give myself a little bit more room and make sure that I'm only keeping products that I really am excited to try and use and all of that. So let's begin. First one I see here is this one by Mented. This is a setting powder I absolutely love, so I will be keeping this one. One I have not gotten to even try yet is this one by Anastasia Beverly Hills. Let's see, I have not even opened this one yet, but I am interested in trying this powder, so I'm going to keep this one. But I think what I want to do is maybe move my unopened powders to the back of my drawer so that I can focus on the powders that are in use currently and work on using some of these things up. But this one I will be keeping. Another face powder I'll be keeping is this one by Pretty Vulgar. I got this in a BoxyCharm. I think this packaging is really cute. It comes like with a little powder puff, and I have started to use this product. It is a nice product. I just haven't reached for this in a while, but I'm trying to work on using up some setting powders. So I've been focusing on other ones, but I do want to get some use out of this one. This is a highlighter, so we're gonna move this to the side. Another one, I don't know if I've gotten to use this one yet. This one's by Milani. I've heard excellent things about this powder, and no. So this one will go to the back of the drawer with the Anastasia one. This is one by Kvd Vegan Beauty. This is the translucent locket powder. I do want to try this one. This is one I may be moving out of my collection because it may be a little too cakey for me, but I want to retry this. So I'm going to hang on to this one. And this one is not even open yet, so I'm going to move this to the back of the drawer. Two that I absolutely love are these ones by Mcgrath. I have light and medium. The light one I like for under my eyes. It's just a very fine white powder. And then the medium I actually like for all over my face. These just are super finely milled, really beautiful blurring, just perfecting on the skin, and they're absolute favorites. This is one I may pass along. This is the Too Faced Peach Blur Powder. I'd like to retry this just to make sure, but I think this one leaves a peach cast on my face, which I'm not really about. So I want to put this in the try more pile. Maybe I'll throw this in my little Shop My Stash basket, but I may declutter this one. This one is a maybe. This is a highlighter, so we're not going to talk about that right now. Another one I really love is this one by Hourglass. This is the Veil Setting Powder. This is just a little mini. I like this so much, I bought myself the full size. And when that is somewhere in here, this is not even all my powders. There's this whole basket as well. So I am going to hang on to this one. This is a highlighter, so we'll put this to the side. Here we have a Kylie Translucent Setting Powder. I don't believe I've even tried this one yet. Yeah, it's still sealed, so we'll throw this one in the back of the drawer. This e.l.f. pressed powder, you can see I have a huge pan in. I really love this powder. I even like this for under the eyes, but it really would be like more so for around the face. This is just a finishing powder. I learned about this one on Juicy Jazz's channel when she did a full face of e.l.f. and she loved this one. I picked it up and I loved it too. It's only like $3, I think, at Target, or probably at like Walmart or on e.l.f.'s site, but this was a really good setting powder, and working on finishing this one up. If I had a smaller collection, this is absolutely one I would repurchase. This is another new press setting powder. This is the Physicians Formula the Healthy Powder. This is still sealed. I tend to go through pressed powders much faster than I go through loose powders, and I had picked this up. I think I saw this at TJ Maxx on a discount. I'm not really sure, but this is not even open yet. I'm gonna put this in the back of my drawer. This is obviously two powders I have still in their boxes because these are both backups. This is a backup of the Too Faced Born This Way setting powder. I received this in a BoxyCharm. This is a powder that I really do love. I love a very small handful of products from Too Faced, but this is one of the ones I really do like. And then there's the Becca Hydramas Set and Refresh powder. I got this one, I think, from a Boxy pop-up. So I do have these two backups, which will also go to the back of my drawer. I am almost finished with my Becca Hydramas that I currently have open. So when I'm finished with both of these products, I'll open up the backups and continue to work on trying to use up some of these products. One I have not gotten to use yet is this one by number 7. I picked this up from Target. This is supposed to be a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury powder, but because I have so many powders in my collection, I just haven't wanted to kind of start a new one yet. This is supposed to be a fantastic product and I cannot wait to try it. But I want to focus on finishing up some of the products I have a lot of pan on so I can give myself some more room. Here is one by KKW Beauty. This is her pink powder. This is the Bake Powder. I have not used this one in a while. This is one of the very first, actually this was the first setting powder I bought myself. And it's so small that I've been like hesitant to use it. And then I purchased other powders and this one kind of got pushed to the back. So I have not really formed the best opinions on this one yet. I know I liked it when I tried it, but I definitely need to get some more use out of this now that I'm a little bit less precious about using things up. I'm actually trying to use things up. So I'm gonna hang on to this one. It is open and see more about my thoughts on it. Another one I really like is this Covergirl True Blend Minerals powder. It's pretty good. You get a lot of product and it's an affordable price. And this actually does look really beautiful under the eyes. So hang on to this one. This one is the Laura Mercier Translucent Powder, clearly not going anywhere. This is supposed to be a cult favorite product. I have not even opened this one yet, so this one will go to the back of my drawer. This is my Too Faced that I have open. I've used up maybe like a third of the product in here. I've been trying to sort of more consistently reach for this one because I know I have that backup to use that I got from BoxyCharm. So this is one I'm absolutely keeping. This will go towards the front of my drawer. This is one I use all the time. Here is one by Cover FX. I believe I got this in like an Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. This is not one I've even tried yet, I don't think. I can't tell. Have I tried this? Yeah, no, actually I have tried this. I just haven't used it in so long I don't even remember what this is all about. I didn't even know I had tried this. So I'm going to keep this in the front of my drawer, try to get better use out of it and see what I think. Here is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Powder, clearly not going anywhere. This one I did try for my Shop My Stash scavenger hunt on Charlotte Tilbury. This is a beautiful powder. This is Natasha Denona's setting powder. This is her Invisible HT face powder, not going anywhere. I also tried this during my Shop My Stash for Natasha Denona, really like it. This is the Fenty Butter Setting Powder. This is one I have not even opened yet just because I had so many powders opened already. And then I'm getting this in the full size next month, I believe, from BoxyCharm. So this is a keep. Not doing too good so far, but hopefully we'll get there. I don't plan to get rid of a lot of these just because powder doesn't really go bad that quickly and I'd much rather hang on to the products I've already bought than declutter just to declutter and then have to buy this stuff again. This one's not open. I got this from an Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. And I'm gonna hang on to this. Next we have my Becca Hydramas powder that I already have open. You can see I have very little of this left. I've used up a whole lot of it. This is so close to being finished. This is kind of pulled in my Shop My Stash right now to try to use this up. So I'm gonna hang on to this one. And this is also in my current like Shop My Stash, the Stila Powder. This is their Illuminating Powder Foundation Compact. So you can see I have a huge pan this one too. The reason I'm trying to work on this one is because I have a few refills for this that I found at TJ Maxx. So I have a lot of powder that fit in this compact, so I'm trying to plow my way through this one. So these are my current Shop My Stash, and I'm working on using these two up. Next we have the Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin. This was kind of part of my old life. I used to use this powder all the time, and it's a really good powder. I'm gonna hang on to this one. I have a Becca Highlighter. We're gonna move this to the side because it's not a setting powder. Same with this Artist Couture and this Chrissy Teigen and Becca. These are both highlighters. Here's one I think I'm going to get rid of. This is the Essence All About Silky Matte Fixing Compact Powder. I may put this in my purse, but I think I'm just gonna pass this along. I don't really ever use mattifying powder. I think I already have powder in my purse that is barely budged. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and pass this one along. Here's another Artist Couture highlighter. We're gonna go ahead and just put this with the highlighters. The Revlon Candid is another one I really love from the drugstore. This is a really finely milled, silky setting powder that I use often. This one is open, so this will stay towards more the front of my drawer. But yeah, I think this is a pretty good one. The only thing I don't like is this component can be really hard to get up. It's like, I have to really pry at this little thing. So that's annoying, but the powder inside is really good. I like this stuff. This is an unopened backup of the Flower Light Illusion Perfecting Powder. I do have an enormous pan in my current one of these. This is another one that I think is like a very close dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury setting powder. Like I said, I haven't tried the number 7 one quite yet, but I imagine it's gonna be kind of close. I really love this powder. It's fantastic, and so I have this unopened one that'll go more toward the back of my drawer. Next, I have this little powder compact from Becca. This is one I got at TJ Maxx. I have another one of these in my purse. This is just a light powder, and it's fine. It's just a little pressed powder. This one by Pure is the 4-in-1 Press Mineral Makeup. This is a powder foundation from Pure. You can see I have a pan in it. This is actually my second one I purchased of these, and I really obviously love it. I think because I already have a pan in my second one, I haven't been reaching for this one because I'm like, I don't want to repurchase it, but I should really focus on any powders I have with pan and try to use them up because I can actually give myself some space without just like giving away or tossing away products. Next is another one I have not used yet, I don't believe, by Bareminerals. This is the Blemish Rescue Skin Clearing Powder. It's not even open yet. This one will go towards the back of my drawer. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Powder. This is one that I feel like I have a very unpopular opinion on. This is a pretty beloved powder, and for me, I feel like it's a little bit like dry on my skin. I don't know. I want to give it some more love just because I do want to retest this in the near future and see if this is one that I should hang on to, just because I do feel a little on the fence about this one. I'm not ready to part with it quite yet, but this may go in the future. I just want to love this as much as everyone else does. This is actually a different product. I could probably put this in another drawer maybe. This is a setting powder, but it's just for eye primer. So I think I might move this to my eye primer section just because it is kind of a unique product and I don't want it to get lost in the shuffle. Next, I have the Cody Airspun face powder. This powder is so nostalgic for me. I picked this up, I believe because of Tati. She was raving about this and I was like, well, I want to try it. This is a really good powder, but it has a very strong perfumey scent. That's honestly kind of part of the nostalgia for me. I love my grandmother so much. My mom's mom, I love both of my grandmoms, but my mom's mom I was really close to. I'm a lot like her. She's a little sassy, a little bit of a firecracker, you could say. She had like a beautiful dark brown wood vanity in her bedroom. And I used to sit at her vanity when I was little. She had like this beautiful bench it came with, I remember it was like a dark green, kind of like a little embroidered pillow thing that sat on top of her bench. And I would sit there and open up all her makeup drawers and just like play with her makeup. She was such a patient and wonderful grandmom to let me sit there and play in her makeup, but I remember her vanity drawers smelled like this powder, and as soon as I smelled this for the first time, I was like, oh my gosh, this smells just like my grandmom's makeup. Like, I loved her, and it brings back such happy childhood memories. I don't think I can get rid of this, even though I don't use it as often as I should, but it just, it feels like my grandmom, so I'm hanging on to it. This is one by Japonesque. This is the Pixelated Color Finishing Powder. So this is more so just like a lightweight powder. I want to give this more of a try. I have like literally no thoughts on this one, but it is a pressed powder, which I really do like using pressed powders. They're just so much neater and easier to work with, I think, than the loose powders. So we'll see. We'll see what I think about this one. I am going to hang on to it for now, but I do want to test this soon to see if I even like it. But I have liked a lot of products I've tried from Japonesque, so I'm going to hang on to this for now, but it definitely needs to get tested again soon so I can refamiliarize myself with this product. Next, we have this one by Nars. This is just like a pressed powder. I guess a pressed foundation powder. And I do like this one. It's not bad. It's not one I've reached for a lot, but again, I've been trying to focus on like using up some powders. So I've been trying to focus on either products that are like almost used up or products with a lot of pan. But I do like this. I like this one. I tried this for my Nars Shop My Stash scavenger hunt. Next, I have this Laura Geller Baked Balance and Brighten foundation in the shade Medium. I'm gonna see if my friend Amanda wants this powder and I'll send it to her, because this is a little bit deep for my skin and I know she loves this powder. So I'm gonna see if she wants mine. So I'm gonna declutter this one. Another foundation I'm going to declutter is this one here by Kvd Vegan Beauty. It's in the shade Golden. When I purchased this from TJ Maxx, I did not know what I was doing. I thought these were powders for like color correcting. Girl, I was seriously hit with the stupid stick. I'm gonna declutter this. It's not the right shade for my face. This is one that I love. This is the Milani Prep Set and Glow. This is like a really pretty finishing powder. I think this looks gorgeous on the skin. I absolutely would repurchase this one. Like, I like it that much. I'm trying to obviously get through some of my other powders, so I wouldn't repurchase it right away, but I would repurchase this if I finish this. This is from Bareminerals. I think these are both like highlighters or blushes. So I'm gonna set these to the side to go over at a different time. All right guys, sorry the lighting has changed and so has my outfit. But I noticed in my footage that I was missing a big old hunk in the middle involving these products. So we are filming again today. Finished my workout. Happy New Year to everybody. Sorry, I forgot to say that in the beginning of my video, but here we are, thriving in 2021. Anyway, back to some face powder. So I see this little powder puff here and this little powder puff. I'm just gonna go ahead and put these to the side. I don't use powder puffs that often, but it's nice to have them in my collection. So I'm gonna hang on to those. This is a Kabuki Buck. This is a Kabuki brush from Real Techniques that I picked up at TJ Maxx like, I wanna say like almost 2 years ago or a year ago maybe, I don't even know. But I'm gonna move this out of my powder drawer. I think this would be nice for body application, like bronzer or even like a glow product or something over the summer. So I'm gonna put this with my body care products and take this out of my powder drawer. Next, we have the Laura Mercier Soft Porcelain Mineral Powder. So I'm going to hang on to this. Then I see some products here from Makeup Revolution. This is the Luxury Baking Powder. I have Ghost, I have Lace, and I have Banana. So these actually I picked up from Ulta and I don't really use them that often. So I'm gonna go ahead and move all three of these along. They're all pretty much full and Revolution's not a favorite brand of mine. I'm just gonna go ahead and pass these along. Next, I see this one from Kvd Vegan Beauty. Again, same situation as with the golden shade. I didn't know what I was doing and picked up Peach Setting Powder. So I'm gonna pass this along because it's not the right shade for my face. Next, I have this one from Ciate London. This is the Everyday Vacay Setting Powder. This smells a little bit like coconut, which I like. I got this from a BoxyCharm. And I'm going to hang on to this. Give it a little bit more love, see how I feel. I have this brand new one by Milk Makeup. This one I have never used. Just picked this up from TJ Maxx recently. Put this in the back of my drawer. Focus on my open powders. Next, I have this one from Laura Geller. This is the Baked Balance and Brighten Foundation in Fair. I am gonna hang on to this one because this one I can pull off on my skin tone. Next, I see the Maybelline Fit Me Powder. This is the Matte and Poreless. And I really like this little powder. I like this one a lot better than the Fit Me Loose Setting Powder. So I'm gonna hang on to this one. Next, I have this Becca Pink Haze Powder. This is honestly one that I wanted to love and wanted to use more. I did use this once under my eyes to color correct, and that was fine. Part of me is curious to look up more videos on this product and see how people used it because, I mean, it's a beautiful component and it's a neat product. It's very unique to my collection, but honestly, I've had it this long. I haven't taken the time to learn how to use it. When I did use it under my eyes, it absolutely did turn my eyes pink, which is fine. It's, you know, can color correct, but I think I'm just gonna move this along. There's really no reason to mess with it. And so it's gonna pass that along. I have one open powder from KKW Beauty. This is their under eye setting powder in the shade 2. This powder is meant to brighten your skin. This is my second or third component. I think this is my second one, but you can see I have a huge pan in there. I have 2 backups of this product. I will be hanging on to this one. And this is in my current Shop My Stash, so I can try to use that up. I also have this one here by Covergirl. This is the Healthy Powder, the Vitalist Healthy Powder. You can see I have an enormous pan in this. This is actually a discontinued product. I don't quite know why, because this powder was a pretty popular one. I think they should have hung on to it because that new clean line they came out with I don't think was the tea, to be honest with you. But this was a pretty good powder. I am gonna go ahead and use this up. And if you can find this at TJ Maxx, I would recommend it. It's a little bit of a thicker powder, but it does leave your skin looking really beautiful. Another one I love so much is this one by Neutrogena. This is a skin clearing mineral powder. And you can see I have a pan in this one. It's a pretty decent size. This is what I'm gonna focus on using up so that I can get rid of it. But this is one I would consider repurchasing if I didn't have such a humongous powder collection and so many to get through. But this is one that I absolutely love. Next, I have this product by Laura Mercier. This is the Translucent Loose Setting Powder, but this is the Glow formula. This is one I'm still kind of figuring out. I've heard people use this as a subtle highlighter. I'd like to try this under my eyes and just see what my under eyes look like with a glowy powder. This is just I need more information on. I'd like to continue to try it and see what I think about it. Next, a powder I loved enough to repurchase is this one from Physicians Formula. This is the Youthful Wear. I believe you can potentially find this on Amazon. I know the last time I looked, but it's been a minute to be totally honest with you. This was another discontinued product that I was able to find once at TJ Maxx. Use the entire thing up. This is actually in my empties video, spoiler alert. And this is my backup of it. So since I haven't even started to use this yet, I'm gonna focus on my powders with more pan. So I'll be keeping this in the back of my drawer for now. Just until you some of my pressed powders that have pan, I wanna use some of those up, and then I'll be pulling this one out of the back. Next, I have this little powder from Kvd Vegan. This is one of those powders where it's like glowy on one side and matte on the other. So I haven't really gotten a ton of use out of this product, but I would like to try it more, see what it looks like as an under eye setting powder, which I believe was its intention. I don't have a ton from this brand, so I'm looking forward to kind of forming better opinions on their products. This next one is from Makeup Forever. This is their HD powder. This one potentially could cause flashbacks since it's an HD. I have gotten some use out of this, but not for a while. So I'm gonna hang on to it and see what I think about it. Next, I have this one from Charlotte Tilbury. This is their Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder. This is the one that the number 7 is a dupe for, as well as the Flower Beauty powder. This is a gorgeous powder by Charlotte Tilbury. I use it very sparingly because it's super expensive, but I will be hanging on to this product, of course. This next one here is from Hourglass. This is the Veil Setting Powder. This is that full size I mentioned I picked up after I really loved the mini. This one is not currently open yet because I'm still working on the mini, so I'll put this in the back of my drawer. Next, I have this little Bareminerals Original Mineral Foundation Powder. This is in Fair. This is one that I had a larger size of, and I decluttered it to give to my niece because she absolutely adores this foundation. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass this one along to her. And last we have this product. This is from Femme Couture. This is the Get Luminous Bronzing Face and Body Luminizer. This is a funky product that I've never really used very much, but I can see myself getting some use out of this over the summer for like a body makeup mixed with lotion. If I know I have this product, if it's out, if it's reachable, if it's not in the back of my powder drawer, maybe I'll get some use out of this over the summer. And if not, I'll declutter it, but I do want to hang on to it at least until the summer to see if I can get some use out of it. This is another kind of body brush that I got from e.l.f. Actually, it's like a face brush. I just don't know that I would ever use this product. I think I'm just gonna get rid of it. Here we have the Smashbox Photo Finish Fresh Setting Powder. I just got this recently in a BoxyCharm. It's unopened. So I'm gonna put this towards the back of my drawer. This is another medium powder. I have 2 in medium, so I will see if Amanda would like these. Here are my other powder refills for that Stila powder. I'm gonna hang on to these. I have the Huda Beauty Cupcake Setting Powder. I'm gonna hang on to this one. I don't think I've used this yet. Nope, I don't think I have. Oh wait, no I have, never mind. So then I will keep this more towards the front of my drawer. When did I use this powder? Girl, I have no idea. Whoa. Here is another powder puff. Just gonna put that to the side. I have this Baked Body Frosting All Over Body Glow from Laura Geller. This is a body highlighter, but this is just a body illuminizer. I'm gonna move this to another drawer and get this out of my powder drawer so it's not so cluttered. Here I have 2 backups of KKW Brighten Under Eye Powder in shade 2. I love this product. I'm gonna hang on to it. Here I have my Flower Light Illusion with its gigantic pan. As you can see, I love this product. I've almost finished it. So hanging on to this one. Here I have a KVD Vegan Beauty in Translucent. This one is open, so I'm gonna try this one. I have the unopened one. We're gonna see if I like it, and if I don't, I'll declutter both, and if I do like it, I'll hang on to both. And then last we have these 2 guys. We have the Physicians Formula Translucent Light Powder and the True Match Gentle Mineral Makeup. I haven't gotten to try either one of these. I think these are both unopened. So I'm gonna hang on to them for now, especially because I am decluttering that Bareminerals powder that I know my niece loves. So if I wanted to try a mineral foundation, I don't see me doing that, but if I wanted to, I have these options. And if not, I can just use these as setting powders. And if I don't like them, I'll declutter them. But I haven't even gotten to try them. I'm gonna hang on to them for now. So let's go ahead and count out my powders. And I just made the snap decision that I am gonna get rid of that peach powder and the Becca powder. So overall today, we decluttered for my drawer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 products and a brush. So 14 products coming out of my little overcrowded drawer, going into my little declutter Sephora bag. I wasn't coming in for like a cutthroat declutter. Like I said, I buy my own products. I don't just buy stuff to get rid of it. I buy it because I want to try it and like it and use it. So yeah, I feel good about getting some products moved out of my drawers. And let's count how many powders I kept. Okay, so I'm keeping 60 powders on the nose. That's wild. Sounds like a lot, and it is a lot. However, several of these are very close to being finished, so those will be moving out of my collection. That will reduce this number. Also, there are ones like this that I still want to try, and I may end up not liking and moving on. So this number will decrease as I'm able to get more familiar with my products and able to also finish up some of my products like this one. I'm happy with the number that I have. I'm happy that I made a huge chunk of space in my drawer, and that I have a better idea of what all I have. So I think this was a successful declutter. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed seeing my powder collection as well. And this is what my powder drawer looks like now. It is so much better than it was. It was like spilling over the top. If you guys have been following my Shop My Stash series, this is so much more manageable now. It looks so much better. I have more room, and I'm so happy with this. Much improved. So I hope that you guys enjoyed seeing my face powder collection and a little mini declutter. I hope that was fun and interesting for you guys. I definitely feel so much better with the way my drawer looks now. I was happy to be able to show you guys that as well. I feel like there is so much more space. It's less stressful and crowded and more organized. I'm really grateful that I went through this practice. I thank you all so much for being here with me today. I love you all so much. And until the next video, bye.